Hello, wrestling world.
What is up?
It's Garrett, Todd, and Joe. It's Wrestle Fandom Radio.
How we doing?
And you know what? It's not even just the three of us right now. We
really?
even have, returning this week, again, a little cooler than he has been lately. Guys.
Do you know...
Guys,
Do you know what I'm contributing this to, Garrett?
You know what? I think I'm going to contribute to the same thing. It's the Freeman formula, man. It's the brain upgrade formula.
The ultimate brain formula, the upgrade.
Okay.
Because it reduces stress. I'm not sure exactly what it's done to Anthony, but this is the Anthony that I met and fell in love with when I first started podcasting.
Wow, we're back in love.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, man.
I still think you're a prick, but
it's
well, maybe after today you won't think I'm so much of a prick. But before we get into all the semantics of what's going to happen today, besides our new friends here at the Freeman Formula, go to freemanformula.com. Our code is Disruption. 15% off, and get yourself a case or 12 of this upgrade stuff. Like this stuff, like literally 20. Is life changing. It's life changing. The last few weeks I've been using this, I've seen such a huge difference in my mood, my mental clarity.
And do you only use one a day?
2 actually.
Okay.
I've been using 2, especially on work days. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, you also work overnights,
right?
For and a person who might work a regular work day like me, well, not a regular. I still work afternoons, but I take the one in the middle of the day, and boom, like that's it. It's great.
It's amazing, and truly, anybody out there, like I'm not going to come on here and pimp some stuff out that I don't actually use and don't actually agree with. But like this stuff has been absolutely phenomenal and has helped me so much in the last few weeks that I've done.
Todd, what did you think of it when you took it?
It was really good.
Yeah,
it tasted good because sometimes you get that stuff and it'll work, but man, that taste is funky. That had a good taste. It didn't taste, like the stupid energy drinks and stuff like that.
Right.
It didn't taste crappy, and it did. It made me feel better. It did make me more clear. I mean, I'll always have brain fog for life, but that's
called
school.
THC, Todd.
Different story.
That's a different brain formula that you're using.
It's a whole different brain.
You call it brain fog. I call it resin on your brain.
That's a different version of Todd time. Okay.
That's a whole different thing. But other than our new sponsor, the Freeman Formula. If you need ink, if you need piercings, you go.
Rockin' Horse Tattoo.
If you need T-shirts or any type of apparel, if you need your car wrapped, if you need something embroidered, where do you go?
When he says wrapped, he means vinyl wrapped, not if you want a rap written about your car.
Yeah,
like that's completely different.
Yeah.
That's completely different. But you go see our boy Fred down Seasonal Sports.
Yeah.
Like you need it. We got a store on there. The D's got a store on there. Go there and
check it out.
But
I'll share the link right now to our store right in the comments. So
perfect.
Go check it out.
But before we get started on the last week of wrestling, me and Garrett we're talking because we are the co-CHAMPs of the D, and we felt it was time to retire this belt, and it was time to reach out another olive branch to you and return this belt to its proper owner.
Really?
You, Anthony.
This is why you guys called me here today?
Yes, we are giving you back this belt. We're retiring this belt.
We're retiring it. That's it. We're done. We're done with our little feud.
We're done with
with our little arguments and the hitting over the head with the kendo stick and all that.
We discussed it, and we are no longer going to fight
over the 404-315 Internet Champion Wrestle Fandom Radio, Disruption Network, the D belt. This belt, we're no longer fighting over you with this belt anymore. This is your belt to hang up on your wall, to cuddle at night, whatever you want to do with this belt. Yeah. This is your belt.
Oh, that's cool, guys.
Here you go, buddy.
Tommy Borgia did good work. Yeah.
Thank you, Tommy Borgia. Tommy Borgia is the one that designed this belt. So really,
all the way down in Georgia.
you know what? I will. Thank you, guys. That really means a lot to me. And what I will do with this is I'll put it on my mantle, or maybe we should keep it here and put it on display.
Put it in a shadow box, maybe.
Hang it when all the fuss was over.
We'll hang it over here.
Absolutely.
Something.
This belt has been through some wars.
Absolutely. The last year, that belt has been through more than I think it ever expected to go through.
Yeah, that's,
All right. Well,
that's
thanks,
a fair
guys.
assessment.
That was very nice of you.
Yeah.
Aw, see, you guys, warm my heart.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you, man. And besides, that
And we're
looks
just trying to
better on
broker,
me than it
you know,
does you guys anyways.
maybe just help broker a little bit of peace. Last week was
Absolutely.
really nice. So yeah, we just
All
wanted
right,
to.
cool. Awesome, guys. Well, yeah, let's just shake it out,
There
bud.
we go, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Garrett.
Yeah, no problem.
Todd.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Thank you. This is super cool. So yes, we'll put this on display. I'll put it on display here at the D.
I think it's,
So when we have guests come in, they can see, because this is a lot of history that happened with this belt.
Yeah.
Think about all the shit happened because of this thing in the last year and a half, 2 years.
In like one calendar year, like really, that a lot went down for that belt.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah. We all,
Well, you know what? We'll go through it. We'll get all the clips and we'll.
Well, it's something I'm in the process of doing now. Our year anniversary of Wrestle Fandom being on the air is the beginning of next month.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to have all the clips broken apart. And I think that first Wrestle Fandom of August, I think we should do a little bit of a recap and talk about what we endured in the last year between Wrestle Fandom and Movie Madness.
You guys have done a lot in the last year. Not only that, too, with ICW coming back, and now that there's events happening again. You guys getting involved with ICW and the belt,
bringing in some new faces.
Todd's in the house
Casey.
now.
I still can't believe that there's the Wrestle Fandom Radio Championship in
ICW.
that gets defended
amazing.
at ICW.
It's so cool.
It's like I say it a lot, and like I'm like, it doesn't quite feel real. It's I don't know if that's something.
And speaking of that championship, Garrett, when's the next time that championship's going to be defended?
It's going to be defended on the 16th. Todd and I are going. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked.
Where's it going to be
in
at?
Schenectady, the Boys and Girls.
Why don't you whip out one of those flyers and show it on the screen?
I'll open this. Yeah, we went a little late today.
Yeah,
there were
technical
computer. It
difficulties.
was not me.
It was,
And it was not Z. They were actually working in unison
we're trying to figure out the problem.
to fix the problem. It was great.
I know it's an ongoing joke, but it was not me. I was not even sitting down, and the computer like rebooted itself out of nowhere. Check this bad boy out.
Ooh,
no, that's the wrong one. My bad. I grabbed
Make
the
sure you
wrong one.
post them up on the board,
But you know
too,
what?
man.
I'll put out the wrong one. Yeah,
got a bunch
but
of old things
I'll get the
to
other one. I'll get the other one out. These are the wrong ones. Pull out the wrong one. But yeah, so the Schenectady show. We don't quite know who the poor unfortunate soul who has to wrestle.
Doesn't matter. Coffin's going to wrestle him.
Is
Coffin's
gonna
going to kill him. I'm sorry, anybody who accepts this and thinks that they have a chance against Coffin.
Yeah.
You don't.
But speaking of the Rome show, that will be on August 13th. Not only will Gangrel be there, okay,
Oh, cool.
but AEW's Max Caster, who was supposed to be at this
that's
show,
what he's
will now be
rescheduled?
at the Rome
That's
show.
awesome.
Okay, so you're going to be able to see Gangrel and Max Caster. Okay,
That's awesome.
That's super cool.
That's
killer
crazy.
That's
for the
awesome.
Rome show. It's gonna be nuts.
Nice. Well, boys, I got to head out. I have
right.
to go to Albany today, but thank you so much. This is
problem,
really,
bro.
really cool. I appreciate it. I'm glad to see us squash the beef.
Yeah, man.
And move forward and move on and do our thing. And so you guys are killing it over here. Continue the success and everything that you're doing. So,
Thank you, Z.
And shout out to Jeremy Freeman and the Freeman Formula, too.
My God.
I just think single-handedly this is what brought us all together.
I agree.
But yeah,
With the clarity and opening up my brain receptors and the less stress. And,
yeah,
Making him less angry.
Yeah, for sure. All of us.
clears the stress right out. Yeah,
Yeah, it does. But thank you guys. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, man.
Have a great
100%.
week.
yeah. Have fun in Albany.
Thanks, Z.
Yeah.
Safe travels.
Drive safe, bro.
All right. And clear up a couple other things over here. And yeah. All right, Z. We'll see you later, buddy. All right, so he's gone. All right.
So, everyone.
All right. So check this out, right? Yeah,
Intro-
we gave him that. Okay.
We gave him that. And
We
now
gave him that.
introducing the undisputed hardcore disruption title.
Boom.
We're bringing this out to replace that title that Z wanted so bad. But guess what? Now we have the matching set. We got the Wrestle Fandom title in ICW.
Yeah.
And now we got this bad boy. So me and Garrett.
Say everyone knows, same rules apply.
Yep.
It's a hardcore title, 24/7. If you think you can come at the champs, I mean, go ahead and try.
The CHAMP's in the hizzy.
But
in the hizzy.
Look at that beautiful thing.
Look at this
it.
thing.
It is gorgeous.
Look at it.
It's so
It
pretty.
shines and sparkles.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Pretty. You're right. It's like a matching set.
D.
You got the
Squad
gold, you got the
rocks.
silver.
D. Squad rocks. D. Squad rocks.
So yeah. All right. So there's that.
Boom.
That
Here, Garrett. You want to hold it, buddy?
You know what? Oh, I do actually.
There you go, bro.
I do actually, because I haven't. Usually, it's like it's just sitting over there, or it's over there. But oh yeah, that feels nice.
Yeah, that's 6 pounds of
6 pounds.
championship gold.
You're awesome. I'll give it back to you in a minute.
Hold on to it. I've been holding on to it.
I like holding on. So yeah. So a lot happened. Okay, in wrestling.
It's been a very
week.
interesting week. Where do we want to start?
I don't know.
Do you want to go blood and guts first,
Blood
and
and
then
Guts
I'll
kinda
lead us
almost,
through
yeah.
Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Start us off with blood and guts, Todd.
The whole match was great. I have to say that the last one, that end match, was. I can't even. It blew my expectations out of the water.
Right.
The whole show did, but the last match did. I also really enjoyed the conversation between good old JR and William Regal, where they were heavily insinuating about Foley, the Undertaker,
Right.
but not saying it. But
Right.
just skirting around it enough. But, it was a nice little reminder, especially those two guys who were in it there. Not in it
Right.
per se, but, JR was
JR was
ringside.
there. So
Regal was
called it.
backstage. I
Yeah.
mean, they
Right.
were firsthand, and throwing Sammy off.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was insane. It was absolutely insane.
That was, and I didn't know what to expect, because, Kingston didn't win it.
Right.
So I'm like, well,
But we all
is
won
open?
it.
Yeah.
But I think that was a smart pull to go, because now
It opens up another door.
they're going to split like there. So now that alliance is going to split because he has always been very vocal against Claudio.
Right.
So then even though he's on Claudio's team, he was about to have that win, and Claudio's the
Claudio
one who
just-
got the actual win. It's just it's gonna burn him.
I'm still not used to calling him Claudio yet.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, and that's a lot of people are like, oh, JR should whatever. I think he called him Cesaro like
think he
3 times throughout the whole thing.
Well, I mean,
and that's hard, though.
yeah.
It's someone, you've seen as one name for however
A
long.
decade,
Yeah,
like,
and then all of
yeah.
a sudden they're Claudio. And it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah. And it's the same, so I mean, it's all the, but yeah.
It was the same thing like with Moxley. It took me a solid year to stop calling him Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, easy. So, but the match itself, obviously, the blood and guts.
Oh, it was
it's,
insane.
To go that hardcore.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
It's how do we want to put it? It's necessary. It sounds weird to say it like that.
No, but it's you're right.
But there's because WWE is still so PG,
yeah.
right? That you need something like this.
And that's the thing. WWE used to do it right where they used it sparingly. You might see somebody broke open like that 4 times a year. You know what I mean? Whereas now they hardly do it at all unless it's a botch where somebody ends up bleeding.
Right.
And it just... You're right. WWE needs to do it, but it needs to be done right. It needs to be done not just to do it. And I'm not saying AEW was doing it just to do it. I just feel like they've been doing it a lot, especially the last 3-4 months, where we've seen a lot of the blood a lot more. And it's not that I don't like it, because I absolutely enjoy it. I think it brings a more realistic level to the matches, but you don't want to overuse it. Like anything else, too much of anything is bad.
Right. It has to be.
It has to be done right.
So how often do they have blood and guts? How often does anyone? I think when was the last time something that hardcore went down? Wasn't it Nick? Wasn't it Cage versus?
Well, what about
No, what's
The MJF and CM Punk.
MJF
that was
and
like
CM
a
Punk,
month and a half ago. And
Jericho
Yep.
versus Nick. Right? Isn't it Nick?
Yeah, Jackson.
Yeah. No. The one the death match dude. It's Nick, right?
I think
Yes.
so, yeah.
Hang on, I got you, dog.
Am I wrong? Why am I
Nick Gage.
Yeah, Nick Gage. Yeah, that guy's crazy, and
But here we are, in 6 months into the year, and we're recalling 3 big time blood matches just off the top of our heads, not even going back and looking.
Yeah, but those ones only happened within the last calendar year of that.
I want to say they're all within the last 6 months.
Might have been the last 6 months.
And I'm just saying that's almost to me so if you've already had 3, you could have had 4 or 5 too. We're not even thinking about right now.
Right.
So you're having 10 a year. That's almost once a month. To me, that's too much, and you lose your allure of it. You know what I mean? And it just. It's too much to me. I want to see if WWE once a year they did, or twice a year they did for Hell in the Cell, you had a big bloody match, and for TLC you had something crazy shit happen. All right, cool. Do it then. That's where I know Hell in the Cell we're gonna do the Hell in the Cell match, and then TLC we're gonna have a hardcore match, and these are where you're gonna break the guys open, whatever. I think that's a great compromise for that, because if I'm seeing everybody get broken open once a month, it's gonna lose its allure for me.
Right.
Well, and the WWE runs with that, and I feel they make the wrestlers run with that. Orton's a good one. It used to be the random RKOs out of nowhere.
Yes.
And it was a surprise.
Yes.
And you're like, oh man, he grabbed Evan Bourne out of that. But now it's you can see it coming.
100%.
Now
there's a formula to it.
Yeah. Now every RKO is the RKO out of nowhere.
Right.
It's no, he hit him with an RKO.
Yeah.
An RKO out of nowhere is when you haven't even seen him on the show, someone's celebrating, and he slides in, jumps up, and gets
Yes.
it. You know what I mean?
And
that's an
those
RKO
are great.
out of nowhere.
Yes, absolutely.
But hopefully AEW looks at that and you know what, we can't make our shows predictable,
right?
Because that's when people stop watching them,
right?
Yep. When you could sit there, there's times when my girlfriend would be like, this person are all going to win. I'm like, okay, and then yep. All right.
During Money in the Bank, we're watching Money in the Bank, and I was watching with my girlfriend and my buddy Sims' wife were over there watching, and during the Money in the Bank match, the first one, the women's match, they're like, oh my God, she's climbing. I'm like, nope, she's gonna get pushed off, and then she's gonna come and push her off, and then the two of them are going to be on top fighting, and then somebody's going to come push the ladder. And the next 2 minutes, that's exactly the exchange that happened.
The exchange.
Right. And, I'll get in when we do Money in the Bank. I'll go through. I thought overall it was a good pay-per-view. It was one of the better ones I've seen.
Except at the end.
And
But it wasn't a bad match.
No, it was just I just don't agree with the direction where they're going. Yeah. And at the end of the day, that's not what matters. But what more do we got to say about Blood and Guts? It was a great match. It was absolutely great. And I think Claudio Cesaro guy, whatever whatever we're gonna call him,
Claudio.
Yeah, Claudio. I think he's a great addition to that. I think he's a great addition to the company. And I think within a year, he's going to have the belt on him.
Yeah.
That's going to be
definitely.
my prediction right now.
Yeah.
Because I think he is a huge draw. Now, speaking of AEW, I originally had a date planned for this Wednesday night, but I couldn't get it off from work. So my co-host is going with my co-host to AEW tonight. Right, guys?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And if any of you guys are going out there, harass them.
Please do.
They both will sign your chest if you ask. I'll send them with some Sharpies out there.
Yeah.
But so next Wednesday we'll get a live perspective of this week's Dynamite,
Absolutely.
Friday's Rampage, the dark matches. I'm excited for that. Kind of like what I did when I had gone 8 months ago to the show in Rochester. I'm I'm glad you guys are going to be able to experience it because it has a feel of the old WWF, like Raws, and it's like not there's kids there, but not like now, like we're WWE. There's a million kids there. Like this is more the adult, and I hope Garrett, I know you want to talk about the Christian Cage promo.
No, we don't have to. I'm just saying that was huge. That was like not huge. It's like it was like wow, dude. Like the one where he used. Well, that was 2 weeks ago now, wasn't it? That
he did another short one last week. That was still. It wasn't as brutal,
but it was pretty.
But
damn...
it dug deep.
Still dug deep.
It still dug pretty deep.
Is hitting on. He was like insulting all of them, but still like hitting on
their wives.
Jungle Boy's mom.
Like, you know, like, to call him and but also something make another comment about your whole family wishes they were dead. You know, it's like, well, geez, man.
He got very very MJF.
Oh yeah,
you know, 100%. Like not that Christian isn't like used to cutting awesome promos, but he never usually. I don't think he's ever gone that deep. That was
right.
That was crazy. Like I just don't even. I was just like, well, there's people in the crowd that were like, "Oh my god!" Like I still. It was a lot to digest that promo was, but so other than that, for AEW stuff, we're going tonight. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited. I didn't know it was your first one.
The Rochester show. Yeah.
Mine
Have
too.
you gone to an AEW show? Yeah. No, I didn't get to go to the last one, the last AEW show.
I really wish they'd bring it. Like the Odd, honestly, would be a perfect place for something.
And then that's the thing, like with Rochester, like it's. Everything's packed down lower, but like the higher levels are pretty empty. Like where a place like the Odd, I feel like would be a perfect venue for it. I think they might not think that they might not be able to sell it out like they would the bigger venues. And like Rochester always has had the ties to Brody Lee and everything. But so if you guys don't care, we can start through. Money in the Bank.
Yeah, let's see what's up with Money in the Bank.
So we started off with the women's Money in the Bank match. And it was Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Becky, Lacey Evans, Raquel Rodriguez, and Shotzi. And the match was good. There was a couple spots that were definitely pretty big botches to me. Mm-hmm. And I know I was messaging you guys as they had Raquel Rodriguez in the corner, and they had the ladder propped up against her, and Shotzi was obviously trying to run up the ladder to kick her, hit her, and after like the third rung, she just fell through and fell over, and it looked bad, and she might have been hurt, I think, because I was reading reports.
Well, I know, like, people, like,
they were she left social media.
Yeah, she shut her Twitter down because people were like, you should be fired, and
hold on, like, you can't make a single mistake.
Nope. So to me, there's
how many mistakes did CM Punk after he won the match after he won the title? He made 3 mistakes in that match.
Oh yeah,
right.
And then that was his last match before going out on injury. Like he made 3 big ass mistakes.
And she was joking about it. I was reading an interview with her.
They need to leave her alone.
Yeah, she was like, honestly, like the first one, she was like, I was excited to see that on like Botchamania. She was like, I literally was thinking that, like, I can't wait to see that. She was like, but then people were like, you should be fired on it. She was like, and I took it to heart. And,
how are we not supposed to, but
so she shut down her Twitter. I don't know about any other social, but I know for a fact I was reading this morning. She shut down her Twitter account because people were attacking her because she made a mistake.
Right.
Now, 99% of those people could never do what any of those people do in the first place.
And
I don't know if you know him from RFA, but in the words of Nate Olson, the social media has made it so people forget what it's like to get punched in the mouth.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
And it makes everybody think that their opinions matter, which
they don't.
Grand scape of things, they don't.
They really don't. And that you can also just say whatever you want because there won't be any because most of the time there aren't any repercussions.
Yeah.
And maybe there should be some repercussions. And I think people need to start getting punched because if I have something like negative to say, I usually just don't like say it. You know what I mean? Especially about someone doing that.
Or you say it out loud in your own home, around your friend, whatever. But
I'm not sharing it with the general public.
Exactly.
When you have so many performers trying to do so many spots, sometimes spots simultaneously, it's going to happen. And did it overall affect the match? No. Would those spots been great to see? Absolutely.
Well, I can't remember who was after her, but when she fell, somebody did her
finish the spot,
which was nice to see that.
Actually, I think it might have been Liv that finished the spot.
I think so.
And
well, then there's no one better to do that, considering.
Correct.
Yeah.
And there was, it was great. Like with the whole spot with the ladder in the end, and who was it? Becky was laying on it. No, it was Asuka laying on it, and then Becky jumped on it.
Yeah.
With Becky there, if it was a male match, that ladder would have bent, but they look like that hurt.
And these
girls crushed it.
Yeah, they did great, but the problem is if you're gonna, the men, because there's such a huge weight difference,
100%
would have gone through it. If you're going to set up spots like that, you need to adjust it because.
Or gimmick the ladder.
There was a couple times that even my girlfriend, I think I said it in the chat with you guys, my girlfriend was like, I fear that I'm going to watch somebody die tonight.
Yeah.
Because, not that they were but it was just like stuff wasn't bending, so they were like hitting.
Yeah.
And it was like a solid impact.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you have to think you can't be doing the same spot as a guy and expecting the same
results.
Outcome.
Absolutely.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that physically they can't do it, because honestly, like, there are some spots that the women could probably do and pull off that the men probably couldn't at all, unless they were maybe like smaller luchas. You know what I mean? But you're not going to get like the the broken ladder, the bent ladder, or you're not even.
And you're not
going to get tables breaking the same way.
Oh, exactly.
You're not even supposed to
because they just don't weigh as much as men. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just science.
But I feel like this match really
a little anchor man on it. It's just science.
Really did well at establishing Raquel Rodriguez as an absolute animal.
Oh yeah,
she's a beast.
Oh yeah.
It kept the Asuka Becky thing going, and it gave us Liv Morgan.
I honestly didn't see it coming.
The brief, I wanted it, but I didn't think they'd move forward for it.
Yeah, because she's been a fan favorite for a while now. And the thing is a lot of people were like, they're not going to put it on her because she isn't quite as hard hitting as people like Raquel Rodriguez and Bianca Belaire and Ronda Rousey, and then even like the Asuka Charlotte, but she's entertaining. She's good to watch. She does her job very well.
She's young, so you can get some time out of her too.
Absolutely.
And even though she isn't completely developed yet, she's still finding her niche, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. Her winning the briefcase. So then after that, we had Bobby Lashley versus Theory for the United States Championship. And Bobby Lashley, he put him in the Hurt Locker. Or Hurt Locker, right?
Hurt
Lock, yes. And he beats Austin Theory, becomes the new United States Championship. Which, at the moment it happened, I was so great because I can't stand Theory. I'm like, finally, they're taking the belt off him. Maybe they're listening to us. Maybe, finally they're going to stop giving Theory this push.
Nope.
So then we had...
Wrong.
Then we had Bianca Belaire versus Carmella. And I get that Corey Graves and Carmella are married. They've been in a relationship for a while. Okay, I get it. I understand it. But at least come out and say it instead of have Corey Graves sound like a creepy guy hitting on Carmella the whole entire match that he's calling for. It doesn't sound great.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound good to me.
He should be saying the words "my wife" almost every single time he talks.
Because people know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like Ms. and Maurice.
My wife is going to kick her ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
do it. Like,
steer into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, sometimes there are things you have to steer into, and then it just makes it better.
And then
makes it better.
To nobody's surprise, Bianca Bel-Air beat Carmel. And I have to say, Carmel has come a long way as a wrestler, and she isn't as god-awful as she was in the beginning. Like, she's okay. Like, her personality definitely puts her over to a higher tier of wrestler, but you know, like, she's going to get her butt kicked every time that she gets in there unless she's going to cheat or there's going to be some kind of interference. And then we had, which was actually the second longest match of the night, the Usos versus the Street Profits. And I know I said it last week that the Street Profits have slowly gotten on.
And now I'm hearing that there's a rumor that they're going to be broken up, which I think is the dumbest thing ever.
That's terrible.
Because I think they're one of but like, if not the best male tag team.
The tag division is not strong right now. The last thing you need to do is to break up.
In WWE, it's terrible.
And I would understand if it didn't work, and if it blatantly didn't work. If people hate it, you could just there's no chemistry, and they just didn't anything. Break them up. Mm-hmm. But those guys,
they're the Street Profits.
They have done well. They
like if they broke up Alpha Academy, I would understand it.
That's exactly something like that. That makes sense. But or even when at one point in time, Kofi and Xavier were over here and Big E was over here. Yeah. I mean, that group was such just I don't want to say staple, but you know what I mean, like in the industry.
But they even kept them together, like when there were pay-per-views, and even they occasionally would go on to the other show to help the other one out. Like they were still for 1 week they tried not calling them the New Day, and fans erupted, and the next week they were the New Day again. Like unless you're doing a Shield-esque turn on one of them against the other guys, there's no reason to break them up. And same with the Street Profits. Yes, they're over right now, but just because somebody's over doesn't mean they should get a singles push. Explore this tag push. We still need a tag division, and letting the Usos remain king without any real opposition right now would be stupid to break up the Street Profits. But the Street Profits lost. Usos win, which you kind of saw coming because Usos not having the belts going into SummerSlam, I didn't really foresee that happening. I could see the Street Profits winning it at SummerSlam.
Yeah, especially.
But dude, it's a hell of a match. Their chemistry is so good, and I've always liked tag teams like that, where you have the bigger man and the smaller guy, almost like when you had Triple H and Shawn Michaels. You have two very specific skill sets working together, and it makes it so entertaining. And 23-minute match, and that might not seem a lot to people, but that's a long time to be going out there doing that, especially when it's just the four of you. Those single matches where they go 30, 40 minutes are insane to me. But this,
Iron Man,
this was a hell of a great match. And then we had Ronda Rousey versus Natalya, which I don't care what anybody says. Natty is an amazing wrestler.
I'm still going to push my want that before Natty is done, she needs an epic
title
run.
Oh, 100%.
As champ.
Yeah.
If they were to do a two belts thing again, I think it should be on her. Just to be no. She at one point carried your division.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Right before the relaunch, right before you brought up the four horse women of NXT, it was the Bellas helped out, but let's be were they as technically sound as
Natty is?
No, she was the women's wrestler. In WWE.
And you had Natty and Ronda just whoop the shit out of each other.
You know what I mean? During the Diva era, the rest were divas while Natty was the wrestler.
Correct.
While Natty could kick everyone's ass. Mm-hmm. The rest were divas.
100%.
You know what I mean? So,
and I love this match. This match was great. I love the outcome of it. Even though his heel Natty isn't exactly my favorite version of Natty, because Natty's just a very likable person in real life.
Right.
And then Ronda comes up winning, and then Liv comes in and cashes in.
So awesome.
Roll Ronda's up, and Liv wins. And then what I love the best about this was Ronda shakes her hand. It's like, you did it, girl. Like, and the emotion coming from Liv.
Only the second person to ever pin her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and it was great. I don't know if this is going to set up a Ronda versus Liv program, because that's not necessarily the program I think we should go into with Liv.
Yeah, they might want to chill on Ronda.
I'm wondering if Ronda's going to take a little bit of a break again.
Yeah.
Which I think would be great. Let Ronda take a couple-month break. Let Liv defend a couple times here and there, and then have Ronda come back. Maybe Mania and maybe Rumble, something to...
I actually, now that we're even talking about it like that, I actually think a good tag team would be Liv and Ronda.
That'd be great.
You know what I mean? Because you would have your hard hitter that would be putting everyone away as her, but then you have your the one who's doing like the majority of the actual wrestling. Which when you see a lot of tag teams, there's a lot like what was that one? The one Enzo and Big Cass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Enzo literally was
flipping and
he got beat up for 98% of the entire match. And then Big Cass would come in and clean house, and that was the end of the match. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how Enzo can walk around now. Like, if you go back and watch all those matches,
remember the one where he got knocked out from hitting the rope?
He was like a cartoon. Like it was like watching Bugs Bunny like take beatings and watching the other guys get gassed beating him. You know what I mean? Like that's what watching an Enzo and Big Cass match was.
Oh yeah. And the Liv thing, when she came out, because Ronda put her in the ankle lock or something, and I was like,
everyone
really,
thought it was going to be over.
Yeah, I personally was like, oh, they're just throwing this away. This is terrible. They're just going to throw this away. But then I also did hear that Ronda demanded that they give it to Liz or Liv.
That
they that's what I read, that she demanded that Liv took it from her.
Cash in that night.
Yep, and took it.
That's
from
amazing.
Her.
That's awesome.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I truly, when I saw that at first, I'm like, they're going to throw it away. They're going to get everybody's hopes up that really loves Liv, that she won, and now they're just going to throw it out that night.
Because when I was at work, so I couldn't watch it. And so when I YouTubed it, just to immediately see it, it was like a guy's cell phone footage, and he was like, "What? No way!" This guy was like freaking out. Like his commentary was awesome because he kept going back to his face, and he's just like, "I can't believe, no way!" Because would you think at the beginning of the night that Liv was going to win the women's?
Absolutely not. No.
And then did you think that she was going to cash in
and then beat Rousey
on Ronda Rousey?
Right.
Yeah, no.
To win it.
No, for once they actually surprised.
Yes, that's exactly where I was going to get. For once, WWE surprised me twice in one night, and that were good surprises. Right. The other third surprise, which would be
before we even get into
what we're going to get into,
there
was a shit surprise.
There was a vignette that aired.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, 2 shit surprises.
And it
just is.
I initially took it as a Bray Wyatt vignette because that's what the vibe it gave.
It looked like Wyatt family vignette. It did.
But then upon further inspection of it,
and looking at the little
it appears they're repackaging Edge, and it's not Bray Wyatt. I'm messaging these guys. I'm like, yes, he's back.
It was too.
And even WWE has said that it was not Bray Wyatt, and because
I think the one thing that threw me off, I didn't notice really anything else except the gold medal.
See, I saw the license, I saw the Texas license plate, which threw me off.
Yeah, with the Latino heat.
Yeah. It just.
But yeah, I thought it was, and then I was reading
he's going back.
I've heard Brood Edge.
That's what I've also heard.
Yeah.
And part of the reason that they're doing, they wanted the Judgment Day to have more of a supernatural vibe to it, and Edge was against that. And so they want Edge to apparently be their supernatural character. So that's why they've taken him out of the Judgment Day and they're repackaging him like this.
So is Judgment Day, because, I don't really want are they still going with them, the two of them together?
Yeah, actually it was weird because they had a match the other night and Finn had pants on.
Yeah, he's got leather pants now. People,
so that was
people
strange.
are not happy with it.
I feel okay. So this is going to be a weird sentence to say.
You like Finn Balor without pants?
Yeah,
it's more him.
No, it's like you just get used to seeing somebody in the gear that they're
It'd be like Steve Austin coming out in pants to wrestle. Like, I
if he
get
didn't
it.
come out in the shorts with the knee braces on, like you'd be like, this is weird.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So that to me was disappointed. Like, it's all but been confirmed it's not Bray Wyatt. Like, if they decide to be like, you know what, it's gonna be Bray Wyatt vignette. Like, I'd be okay with it, but it's not. And then we had the original lineup for the men's Money in the Bank. It was Drew McIntyre, Madcap Moss. How do we say his name? Amos.
I think it's Omos.
Omos. Riddle, Sami Zayn, Seth frickin' Rollins, and Sheamus. And as the match is about to begin, GM comes out and announced they're adding an eighth man. And the eighth man is Austin Theory.
Yeah, it really. I was like, oh shit,
I'm
man,
not.
come Cena.
I thought that's what I thought. I thought it was gonna be Cena.
I'm not against this kid. I'm against their love and their pushes, and I like how you likened it to the Roman Reigns pushes that we got. Like, this kid is going to have his time. It's coming. You know what I mean? But like, it's just like what's his name said, Paul Heyman. It's his time. It's just not now. Yeah. You know, when he was talking about Drew McIntyre,
right?
And he was right. And it was like another 6 months later when it was Drew McIntyre's time.
Right.
You know, and that, but Theory is young. He will get through all of everything that's happening, and he will have his time. There is zero need to rush him and shove him down people's throats so that they hate Theory, even the real person. Like, people end up hating Reigns, like to where he comes out, where Reigns comes out and says, hey, my real name is Joe and I have cancer, and some asshole yells, you still suck. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to make it. So, I mean, first off, that guy's a dick anyways for saying that. Like, no matter how much you actually might hate somebody in real life, but you still, like, Joe hates him in real life, but do you think Joe would say that? If he told him, Joe would be like, oh my God, are you all right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Can I help you? You know, like, is there anything you need? Like, you know, but no, like, you don't need to drive the wedge to make people actually hate everything that's going to come to this.
So here's a funny article that came out.
Same thing with Cena, right? People didn't think that Cena deserved all the pushes he was getting, so then they hated him and resented him.
But now they look back and they appreciate it.
And now you look back and it's more.
So Bobby Lashley was on a podcast, BT Sports, and this is what Bobby Lashley has said about Theory. He goes, man, by the time he's my age, he's going to be on a stack of money as high as this building. He's going to be a super duper star. 24 years old. That kid has everything in his future. I can see him being a multi-time world champion. He's going to be going after Cena's record. He's going to be going after Ric Flair's record. He's going to be setting some records that you'll never, ever imagine. This kid is extremely talented.
He is.
So it seems to me...
He's a great wrestler. He's got enough charisma for everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But just... He doesn't need the pushes right now.
No.
Those big of pushes, the obvious love he's getting, he doesn't need it. Mm-hmm. Let him develop naturally.
Yeah. Right. Well, that's the thing.
Let him find his rhythm.
Because, you know, sometimes, too, Vince does these big pushes, and then people really whatever, and then all of a sudden he just stops.
Right.
And then everybody's like, "Oh, what happened? Where did that person go? Why did they go from this to this?" You know, and it's just like. But also after it went off the air, then Theory was running his mouth again about Cena, so people are still thinking there's going to be a Cena, Theory match at like SummerSlam because he was, whatever, and then.
But it's already announced Bobby Lashley and Theory are going to a rematch.
Oh
at
yeah,
SummerSlam.
that's right, yeah.
And what? I don't know.
You think they throw Cena into that?
For the U.S. title, no. I think if they're throwing Cena,
he rolled with the U.S. title for a long time.
But I think
that was like his title.
No, I understand
continuously winning championships.
But I think if Cena comes back, Cena's coming back for that 17.
Yeah, definitely.
If he's coming back to perform, I think he's coming back for that 17.
Yeah.
Or some way he'll get involved in the match and screw Theory over at SummerSlam and then set it up for something.
But we got to remember too, Theory now has the Money in the Bank contract too. So
what if he wrestles Theory for the Money in the Bank briefcase?
They've done that before.
They've done that before. And then I'd be okay
with Cena cashing
with Theory winning that match and being placed and screwing the rest of the guys because you were just going to hand it off later on.
Because maybe the original plan was to have Cena being the 8th man.
And then everyone knew it was going to be Cena.
Or Cena couldn't be there because of different reasons. So put it on Theory. Yeah, that could work. That's good writing right there.
Yeah. Or it's just like if they threw Cena in, Cena's going to win, right? So then you throw Theory in the last minute, you assume that he's going to win. Okay, this kid that everyone doesn't think should have it has it. What if Cena... And he's talking all this shit to Cena. What if Cena says, all right, well, then let's wrestle for that briefcase. And then he beats him. And then he's got the briefcase. And then he cashes in. And then he uses a cash in he doesn't have to do the big build up. He doesn't have to do all this. He gets the slide in. He gets and then he's got the record. I'd be okay with it that way.
Or
if
they really wanted
just
to,
because he's he never really wrestles that much anymore.
No.
But if he had the briefcase... There we go.
Right.
Or if somehow they slip Cena, keep Austin with the briefcase for a while.
Right.
Get Cena in a match, have him win the title, have Theory cash it in on Cena, and then have Cena lose it to Theory.
Immediately.
Yeah. And then you have Cena with his win, his 17th,
he
whatever.
Gets a 17 win.
You still have kind of a match because they would turn.
Those are both good ideas.
They would turn it into more than just like a cash in, than a 2-minute. It would be not like a 30-minute match, but I could see it turning into like a 10 to 15-minute cash in match between the two of them, like a match, but still have Theory win it.
Well, another good way too is if Roman was to beat Brock and then say, I can beat you anytime. I could beat you and I could beat Cena. I could beat you and Cena and this person. And then they have a 4-way match.
That's true.
And then if John came up with the win, he would then be, he would have his would it now, because is it still 2 titles or is it 1?
No, it's 1.
Would it
I
count
think they
as
carry
2?
2 belts, but I think it's just
it's one championship, right? So would he be an 18 time or would it be the 17 time?
I think probably for the records they would just make it even, like 17. Mm-hmm. The other thing too is if Roman wins. The last time when Brock came out, there's nobody left. I told you I'd destroy everybody and go home. So do that again, but have Cena come out this time, right. And then, or even do like a Cena Roman and then have him win, and still whatever. But he's going to probably do that whole thing again. If he beats Brock, he's going to, look, see, no one can beat me. I told you, I beat everybody. I beat Brock again. Blah, blah, blah. And then, because that's a good way to play. I mean, it might be, you might see it coming a mile away, but I didn't expect Brock to come back.
Right.
That time when he was like, I've beaten everybody.
And then,
I really didn't
There
expect
needs
him
to be something in between SummerSlam and Royal Rumble before they bring The Rock back. Because that's what's coming back.
I mean, what are they going to do?
But Cena would
pull something big for Survivor Series.
Right.
But.
Cena would be the smart route to do a program if Cena's available from SummerSlam or even something after SummerSlam up until Rumble for Roman. And even if Cena wins the unified titles and then loses them at Royal Rumble, he's holding it up, then the next match is the Royal Rumble match. Number 27 entered. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Rock wins the Royal Rumble, and he points at the WrestleMania sign, and you know who the real tribal chief is. But, like, it writes itself. Like, it truly does. And it's just they have to make sure they don't screw it up before getting there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else to talk about, gentlemen?
No, I think that's it. I think that's it. We gotta,
you guys gotta hit the road
soon. We got stuff to do today.
Yeah.
So yeah, we gotta call it quits here. But
before we leave, Garrett, why don't you show off that pretty piece of jewelry on your shoulder?
Look at this again here. Let's
Ooh,
get it in.
Undisputed.
Look at the light shining on that.
Hardcore disruption championship.
Oh, yeah, look at that. There we go. Look at that. Now you can read it.
Wow, I could shave in that.
Yeah, yeah, I can see.
Wow,
I can literally see my reflection. I look good in gold.
Oh, you do look in gold. I do. So shout out to Rocking Horse Tattoo. If you need some ink, hit our boy Josh up and let him put his little needles in your body, okay? And if you need any kind of shirts, any vinyl graph, any screen printing, go down Seasonal Sports, holler at our man Fred. Go on to, Garrett posted the link if you want any of the swag. And our newest sponsor, the Freeman Formula. Upgrade. Ultimate Brain Formula. Smarter, faster, focused.
Upgrade?
And that's for your brain. It's not going to physically make you, like, run faster, if that's what you're thinking.
Yeah, no.
But it makes your brain work literally times faster.
No.
Use the code
Zero
Disruption
crash.
for 15% off. Buy yourself about 50 cases of the stuff.
Zero crash, no shakes, no nothing. It is not an energy drink. It is brain formula.
Tune in Friday for Movie Madness. I believe it's is it 3 Cool this week, or do we?
We already did that. It might be the.
It's the one with Scott. I got to upload that before
Adam
we leave.
Sandler. It might be.
Yes, Adam Sandler movies with our buddy Scott Washburn, and hit Wrestle Fandom on Facebook, Movie Madness on Facebook. The TikTok's at Joey Stones. I haven't posted anything in a while. I've been swamped. I'm going to try to get back into doing that.
Yeah.
Tune in to Todd, Monday through Thursday.
Oh, I've been extended.
Ooh, go on.
I have been extended. Giggity. I am now Monday through Friday from 8 to midnight.
Ooh.
And Saturday mornings from 6 to 10.
Oh,
so much Todd time.
Wow.
Todd time all
between here, the radio, Todd's everywhere, guys.
Of course, that's on 92.7 The Drive.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
We will see you guys next week.
All right. We'll see everybody later. Champions.